I said get your hands where I can see them. Now. His fist slammed against a window, so hard the glass rattled in its frame. Director Patricia Monroe's hands trembled as she raised them slowly, her heart pounding against her ribs like it hadn't since her rookie field days. Officer Derek Hansen stood with his chest puffed out, badge gleaming like a weapon, acting like this empty highway belonged to him. But this arrogant cop had just made the career-ending mistake of his life. A decorated FBI director gets pulled over on a quiet Charlotte highway, and what happens next will make your blood boil. Patricia was driving back from her mother's funeral. Her eyes were still swollen. Her heart was still shattered. She'd asked the security detail to stay behind, just this once, because she needed to grieve alone. That decision almost cost her everything. The blue lights appeared from nowhere. No siren. No reason. Just those flashing lights demanding she pull over. She did exactly what every black mother teaches her children. Hands visible. Movement slow. Voice calm. Good evening, officer. Is there a problem? Hansen leaned into her window, scanning her face with disgust. Where are you coming from this late? A funeral, sir. My mother's. He laughed. Actually laughed. Sure. And I'm the president. He pointed his flashlight directly into her swollen eyes. You got any drugs in here? Weapons? Officer, I can show you my identification. I didn't ask for your ID. I asked about drugs. But this was only the beginning. What Hansen didn't know was that Patricia's vehicle, a standard government-issued black sedan, had 3 hidden cameras recording every second. Audio, video, timestamp, everything. And 2 miles back, an unmarked FBI vehicle had been trailing her the entire time. Standard protection protocol, even when she refused a visible detail. Step out of the vehicle, Hansen commanded. Officer, I'm the director of the Federal Bureau of Investigation. My credentials are in my... He yanked her door open. FBI director. He laughed louder this time. Lady, you're not even dressed like you could afford this car. Patricia was wearing a simple black dress. Funeral attire. Mourning clothes. He grabbed her arm. I set out. The moment his hands touched her, a voice crackled through his radio. Unit 47, this is dispatch. Stand down immediately. Repeat, stand down. Federal oversight en route. Hansen froze. What? The vehicle you stopped is federally flagged. Confirm you have not made physical contact with the driver. Silence. His hand was still wrapped around Patricia's arm. Be honest. What would you have done in that moment? Hansen released her arm like it was on fire. This is a misunderstanding. Patricia stepped out slowly, straightening her dress with quiet dignity. No misunderstanding, Officer Hansen. She finally pulled her credentials. Director Patricia Monroe, 18 years with the Bureau, and you just assaulted a federal official on camera. His face went white. I didn't know. You didn't know what? Her voice cut through the night air. That I was important enough to matter? Tell me, officer, what would you have done if I was just a regular black woman driving home from burying her mother? He couldn't answer, because they both knew the truth. And just when Hansen thought it couldn't get worse, 3 black SUVs pulled up, doors opened simultaneously. Agents in tactical gear stepped out. But that wasn't what made Hansen's knees buckle. It was a woman who emerged from the lead vehicle. Deputy Attorney General Vivian Clark. Director Monroe. She nodded respectfully before turning her gaze to Hansen. Officer Derek Hansen. You're already under federal investigation for 14 documented stops, all involving black drivers, all without cause. 14 families terrorized on this same highway. 14 people who didn't have cameras. 14 people who didn't have titles. Your body camera footage has been subpoenaed. Your department has been notified. And as of this moment, Clark stepped closer. You're done. Would you have stayed quiet in her position? 3 weeks later, Derek Hansen was federally indicted on civil rights violations. His badge, gone. His pension, gone. His freedom, pending trial. But Patricia didn't stop there. She launched a federal review of that entire precinct. 7 more officers were suspended. The police chief resigned in disgrace. And those 14 victims, they received the apology they never expected and the settlement they deserved. Patricia stood before the cameras, still wearing black, still grieving. But her voice was steel. My mother taught me that dignity isn't given. It's demanded. And tonight, I demanded it, not for myself, but for every woman who couldn't. Patricia Monroe had the power to end that officer's career with a single phone call. But here's what haunts me, and maybe it haunts you too. What about the woman who doesn't have that power? What about the mother driving home from a double shift? The grandmother visiting her grandchildren? The daughter who just buried someone she loved? Patricia's victory sent a message, but the highway is still dark tonight. And somewhere out there, another officer is deciding who looks suspicious. So I'll leave you with this. The next time could be you. The next time could be someone you love. And the only question that matters is, who's recording when it happens?